I'm talking to all men, particularly Black American men, but American men, particularly Black American men, have lowered their standards so fucking low that they accept so much bullshit from women, and we all men, all especially Black American men, we need to stop and admit that we have contributed to some of these shitty attitudes and this entitled behavior that women have because we dropped our standards too low. All right, and whoever, I don't care who, if you like this or not, whether you call yourself a feminist, a male feminist, I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. But men, until we demand more from women and we stop accepting the less that we're getting from women, women are just going to do less and less. I mean, we can't sit around and wait for women to all of a sudden snap out of their bullshit behavior and just say we're going to do better. They're not going to do better. If we don't demand better, they're not going to do better. So men, especially American men, because believe it or not, you American men have a strong influence around the entire world. All right? So I don't want y'all thinking that what you do doesn't affect the outlook and the outcome of other men around the world. America still has a huge influence. Unfortunately, America's influence right now is very negative, and we're creating a whole lot of negative behaviors across the entire world, especially in our women, because we are accepting less and less. Instead of us sitting around and saying, well, society is telling us that we can't do this and that, or we can't demand more from women. You got to just start demanding more. Guys, I'm here to tell you that I have lived in a lot of countries around the world, and a lot of men and other cultures do not accept half of the bullshit that we accept from women. These shitty attitudes, this disrespectful behavior, a lot of men don't accept that. And a lot of American women don't realize how good they have got it. Very few American women live outside of America in their lifetime, so they don't really realize how good they have it. But everything starts and finishes with the men. And unfortunately, America has, especially Hollywood, has feminized and instilled a whole lot of feminine properties onto their men. And men don't really understand that they have a lot of more power than they think they do, and they've actually been giving up their power. But you see the title of the video. American men, our standards have dropped way too low, okay? And until we create a standard for ourselves and we actually stick to it and we don't break those standards for any woman or anyone, American women are going to get worse and worse. Okay? And it all starts with respect. If the woman that you're with, no matter how long you've been with her, if she's being disrespectful, you need to get rid of her. It don't matter if you've been with her for 1 year or 10 years. Kick her ass out and break contact with her, and watch how much improved her attitude and her respect for you becomes. As long as you continue to give idle threats and just say what you're going to do to a woman, she's not going to believe you, and she's going to continue to disrespect you until you kick her ass out. Get rid of her. I mean, everybody needs a break. Everybody can take a small vacation from a relationship. Give her the break. Give her the independence that she thinks she deserves, and let her go out on her own. If she goes out on her own and she does better, hey, more power to her. I guarantee you, men, you're going to do better. As long as you're improving yourself both mentally and physically and spiritually, you're always going to do better. But that first step is creating a standard, and that standard is you won't let your woman disrespect you. Don't threaten her. Don't give her an idle threat. Don't tell her, if you disrespect me again, I'm gonna kick you out. Don't tell her none of that. Just kick her ass out. Just kick her out. And then watch how better your life becomes. Use that time away from her to find peace, solitude, and enjoy time by yourself. But create standards and stick to them. Raise your standards, because our standards, American men, have become way too low.